How to start your social media marketing agency in 2023. This can be a complete guide to SMA, everything I wish I knew before starting SMA. And this has been the business model that's actually allowed me to live my dream lifestyle, live the lifestyle, of freedom, where I don't really need to, go work or worry about jobs, etc. I've tried dropshipping, I've tried affiliate marketing, I've tried copywriting, I've tried all these businesses, but this has been the one that's actually allowed me to achieve my dream, essentially, and probably the dream of all you guys listening. So I heavily suggest you just sit with a notepad and pen and just take down this whole video. Do not skip forward. Do not miss any step. Do not click off the video because your attention span's too bad. This is a test in and of itself. If you literally can't get through this, you probably almost definitely won't be able to actually scale your agency or start your agency. So I'm going to get into it very shortly. I just want to make that very important and clear, because this is everything I genuinely wish I knew, plus 3 bonus modules at the end of how to start your social media marketing agency. Okay, so guys, what is SMA? Okay, so you've probably seen SMA being thrown around a lot on TikTok or YouTube, or you've been looking into it, but you don't really know how to start. Like I said, this is going to be the full guide. The term SMA stands for Social Media Marketing Agency. Okay, using social media platforms to promote clients' products or services. Okay, so this could be through Instagram, this could be through Facebook, could be through TikTok, this could be through YouTube, this could be through Pinterest. Okay, there's so many ways to promote your clients' product/service through social media, and that's what you're going to be doing. Okay, and SMA can also provide services such as appointment setting, short form content, TikTok UGC, email marketing, SEO, or social media management. Okay, so basically, for you guys that are very beginning, you are going to clients, so whether this is a personal brand or whether this is a business, and saying, hey, I can run your social media management and you get paid a fee for the month. Okay, or hey, I can run your SEO and you'll get paid a fee for that. Hey, I can do your short form content, I can do TikTok, whatever service you pick. And in the later stages, I'm going to go over what are the best services, what you should pick, etc. But that is pretty much the SMA business model. It's a service-based business, and as an agency owner, it is your job to deliver marketing services in return for a monthly fee for your clients. So what's actually really cool about SMA, instead of like a drop shipping, is you build a real business. Guys, you're going to get paid on a monthly basis to actually perform these marketing services, okay? So, if you've got bills at the moment, you can start this any age, but some of you might be like 25, etc. You'll get paid on a monthly basis. That's income coming in every single month, opposed to something like drop shipping, where, you could have a really good month and then you could literally make 0 for 2 months, right? That you're actually going to learn the kind of module and the frameworks of building a real business. Okay, so SMA is a service-based business. You offer marketing services for your clients, like I said, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, and offer a bunch of different services. Okay, so why SMA? Why should you actually pursue SMA as a business model? Okay, most people are being let go of their jobs than ever before. It's crazy. Literally, jobs are not as stable as they used to be. I actually believe that doing this, pursuing this, is actually way more stable. And your parents won't like me saying that, and I'll probably get in a little bit of trouble. But trust me, guys, I've been doing this for a little while now, and it's like, holy shit, why wasn't I focused on this? Because in a year, you can make a lot of money, okay, if you really work hard, okay? So the traditional workforce is no longer safe. SMA can be your ticket out of the rat race. I don't see a better business model than SMA at the moment. That is your one-way ticket out of the 9-to-5 rat race, okay? Because if you've clicked on this video and you're going to stay to the end of this video, it's because you want to escape the 9-to-5 rat race, right? Like, there's nothing else, and this is your ticket out of it, in my opinion, okay? Low startup cost. You can technically start SMA for free. Okay, I wouldn't actually suggest it because you're going to be way behind everyone else, and you've got a disadvantage from the start. But the fee to start with a slight advantage is still fairly cheap. Okay, meaning you can start the business model with essentially 0 risk. The worst things in business becoming an entrepreneur is when you're putting a lot of money up front when you haven't even got money in yet. You can get money in for SMA and then use that money to actually invest in the business. Okay, you can start SMA for free. That's why it's such a good business model. Okay, you can pick your service right now and you can message people on Instagram literally as this second. Wait an hour till this video is over because trust me, you're going to be a lot more ready. But It's so good, boys, because, you can literally start for free. Like I said, if you have a little bit of money to invest, I'd always suggest you doing it, and later on I'll explain how you're actually going to do it. But it's cool because if you're a kid, etc., if you haven't got a lot of money right now, you can start for free, okay? Always in demand. As long as people/businesses/products and service need advertisement and marketing, you will always be needed. SMA is not saturated. It can never be saturated. It will always be in demand as long as people need their products and services, and people and businesses being promoted and advertised and marketed. You will always be needed. Okay, your service may not necessarily be hot topic right now. It may not be in demand compared to a lot of other services, but it's still very, very heavily needed forever. Okay, so don't worry about it being saturated. It's like, it's so funny when I see that. I'm like, it's just taking people out of the race, right? Monthly recurring revenue. Okay, the SMA business model, my English is around monthly payments. Okay, instead of a batch of one-time payments, whether you're unsure whether the next purchase may come or when it's going to come. So, like business models like selling an online course or doing drop shipping, or business models of this kind of framework, you don't know when the next payment's actually going to come. Okay, it could be next week, it could be tomorrow, it could be next hour. But living as a human being in society, you don't really have the privilege of waiting to your next payment. You need to know it's coming, okay? So for the SMA business model, like I said earlier, you will get monthly payments. As long as you retain your clients, you will get paid on a monthly basis. So every single month. So imagine bringing in $2,000, $5,000, 10 grand, eventually payments every single month. Okay, and it's really, really not difficult to scale to even like a 2K, 3K. That's like, if you just follow this video and you do everything I say, that's very, very achievable in the next 3 to 4 months. Okay. Many niches. So although SMA in 2023 can seem oversaturated, there are many niches and sub-niches to specialize within, okay? So although there's a lot of agencies, there's also a lot of niches, and there's a lot of sub-niches, okay? So you could be running short-form content, but you run short-form content for solar people, or someone else could run short-form content for coaches and consultants, or someone else could run Facebook ads for e-com. Some people could run Facebook ads for dentists. Some could run Facebook ads for car dealerships. Right? There's such an endless niches and sub niches that everyone is going to go for the different things. Right? Of course, there's a lot of people competing within each niche, but they haven't watched this video, so I think you're ahead of them. Okay, but no, like there's so many niches within SMA that even if one wasn't working, it doesn't mean you need to give up the SMA business model. It means you may just need to change your sub-niche, or change which niche you're going into, or change your offer, change what service you're providing, okay? But there's so many niches to actually go into. It literally is pretty impossible to become saturated, okay? And then learn entrepreneurship. Okay, within the SMA business model, you'll learn so much about business as a whole. This was like, I literally believe, I don't need to go into any other business ever again in my life, but if I was to, I could do any business and make it successful, okay? Because I've learned sales, I've learned hiring, I've learned team building, training, service delivery, client report building, marketing, right? You learn every single element of entrepreneurship that's going to help you in 5-10 years time. Yeah, because all of you watching are inspiring entrepreneurs. That's why you're watching this video. That's why you're taking down notes. That's why you are inspiring entrepreneurs. So learning every single element within SMA, within like a business model, is so important, guys. You're going to learn sales. You're going to learn hiring. You're going to learn team building. You're going to learn training. You're going to learn service delivery. You're going to learn all these business models and these lessons, very, very important lessons within entrepreneurship that you need to take with you, and it's going to, it's going to literally propel you to success, okay? So that's why the SMA business model is so strong. It's literally zero downsides, low startup cost, always in demand, monthly recurring revenue, many niches, and literally learn everything you need to learn about entrepreneurship. I literally couldn't, I'd hate to do any other business than SMA, okay? So the business model 101, okay? So first we're going to be going over which niche you're going to target and which offer you're going to present the market. Okay. The second thing we're going to go over in this presentation training webinar is lead sourcing and prospecting. So finding leads to target and qualifying prospects, which is just the people that could potentially become clients. third, we're going to go over how you can master your outreach. So your outreach is your pitch to potential prospects, e.g., for example, an Instagram DM, a cold email, a Facebook message, a cold call, etc. Okay. Fourth, we'll be going over, sales calls. So you'll get your prospect on a 30-minute Zoom call or Google Meet, whatever, where you'll close the deal. Okay, we're going to go over how to structure sales calls, everything you need to know to actually get the person on a sales call, how to, structure the workflow, etc. Fifth, we're going to be going over onboarding. So after a client pays the invoice, they'll move on to your onboarding process to get them completely onboarded into your agency. Okay, I'm going to go over everything you need to know about onboarding. And then 6, service delivery. So actually, after you sign the client, how can you deliver the service? Everything you need to know about service delivery. So service delivery is your fulfillment process. So delivering what you closed the client on. Okay, so e.g. running Facebook ads or running short form content. We're going to show you how to actually hire specialists, how to actually master the service delivery. Okay, let's get into it. So niche/offer. Your niche selection is essentially your dream prospect/business avatar. It's who you're going to present your offer to. E.g., are you doing Facebook ads for car dealerships, e-commerce, med spas, realtors, coaches and consultants, okay? There's so many sub-niches to dive into and at the start it's difficult to know which one to go into, but slowly you'll start understanding the sub-niches, understanding do they want my offer, okay? And then your offer is essentially your service that you're delivering the market, okay? It's crucial that your offer is service market fit, okay? Like, I see so many people going wrong with SMMA because they're just pitching an offer that no one really wants. Like, it's imperative that you make sure that your offer is in demand and it's service market fit, okay? So, for example, your offer is actually what you're selling. It's what you're doing, okay? So, Facebook ads, Google ads, that's your offer. Your niche is what you're actually niching down in, okay? Car dealerships, e-commerce, med spas, etc. Your offer is the Facebook ads or lead generation, okay? Whatever you're doing. So nowadays, your offer must include a guarantee of risk reversals to stand a chance, okay? Because there's a lot of people obviously, doing SMA and service-based businesses and offering Facebook ads and everything, right? So your offer needs a guarantee /risk reversal to actually stand a chance of, be actually standing a chance of getting signed within the market, okay? So, like I said, this could be Facebook ads, this could be lead generation, this could be short-form content, this could be appointment setting. This is actually going to be your offer, okay? Very important things with a niche and offer. Service market fit, like I said, too many beginners push offers that people don't want. It's imperative your offer meets the market's demands and needs. We're going to be going over later how to actually, pick an offer that does this. 2 winning factors. Before picking your offer, you must be able to write down how your offer increases one of these 2 things for your clients. So their revenue or their social status. Okay, this is so important. At the deepest layer of your client psychology, they only care about 2 things. They do not care about any other 2 things other than how can it increase my revenue or how can it increase my social status, okay? So if you can't write that down right now, revenue, social status, like clients need, like that's the 2 things that needs to be increased, okay? And then later on in this presentation, when you actually go and pick your offer, pick your niche, you need to write down how, my client through this offer increases their revenue or social status, and both is preferably better, okay? So both is preferably better, but if it doesn't increase these 2 things, no one really cares, okay? And then oversaturation, right? It's no lie, some offers are difficult to sell because there's a degree of oversaturation, so you must be intelligent with your offer, make sure to push it in the demand market. No, quality of offer always wins. So I think I've mastered how to actually oversaturate your offer, and there's loads of ways to do it, there's loads of ways to stand out, and it's incredibly easy because most people are losers, to be honest. Most people don't know what the fuck they're doing, and it's really impossible for them not to be oversaturated in the market, but luckily you're watching this video, okay? So that's everything you need to know about niche and offers. Your niche, we'll go over it one more time. Your niche is what you're going into, car dealership, e-commerce, med spas, etc. Your offer is what you're actually offering. Are you offering Facebook ads? Are you offering lead generation? What are you offering, okay? So lead sourcing and prospecting. Once you've selected which niche you're going to go into and which offer to supply the market, you'll need leads for your business, okay? So leads are prospects and potential clients, okay? A qualified prospect. There's nothing more counterproductive than targeting prospects that will never buy your offer, okay? It's like offering short form content to restaurant owners. Why they're not a qualified prospect? Why would they ever want short form content? Okay, you must target qualified prospects only. Okay, can they afford my service? Is there industry using my service? Does it make sense for them to enroll into my offer? So, for example, we've used that example of short form content. Why the hell would restaurants ever want short form content? Okay, maybe restaurants would want lead generation, running Facebook ads instead. Okay, that would be a qualified prospect. But then you need to go into, okay, how big are their company? Do they actually fit my offer? And that's how you're gonna hire lead sources to kind of sort that all out. Okay, but there's two options you can do straight from the bat. When it comes to lead sourcing / prospecting, so actually getting a list of leads for you to go and message. One of them is outsource. Okay, so lead sourcing is a task which can be delegated to run a more efficient SMMA. You'll soon learn in SMMA is practically a numbers game. The more outreach, the more conversations, the better. Okay, if John's doing 500 outreach per week, and Luke's doing 1,000, Luke's always going to win. Okay, that's just how it goes. Okay, in my agency, my appointments are prospects for me while I sit back and analyze the data. Yeah, so literally, I just have someone at this point running outreach for me because it is very tedious, and I just don't want to do it myself. Right, I'm a business owner, but for some of you at the start, especially those who don't really have a budget, you'll probably need to if you have a budget, you can outsource this straight away, and you'll probably be ahead of the guys that are going to do it themselves. Okay. So, as a beginner, if you have limited funds to invest, you'll most likely lead source yourself. The only problem I have with this is the time X leverage metric. Like, it takes a lot of time for you to get, 10 leads. Like, doing it yourself is very, very tedious because it takes a long time to get not that many prospects and not that many leads for you to go and message about your service. And the thing is, you need volume. Like, you just need volume, okay? It takes a long time to source yourself with the result of low volume, okay? That's what I really figured out when I was running Facebook ads for ecom, right, at the start. I was hunting down these leads, but it was taking me such a long time to actually go and get them with such low volume that it was very, very difficult to land, okay? And there's softwares that make this a lot easier. There's softwares that make this a lot easier. But that's the kind of two options you've got to start. Are you going to outsource, or are you going to do it yourself? Okay, so that's all lead sourcing and prospecting. Just getting the leads for you to actually go and message. Okay, so this could be through Google Maps. This could be through scraping emails, scraping IG accounts, scraping Facebook accounts. Okay, just building up a Google Sheets of leads for you to then go and outreach to. Okay, at the start, if you're doing Facebook ads, I suggest just using Google Maps and just calling them up, or using my IP. I suggest using that. Like I said, there's a bunch of softwares for you guys to use, and I'll kind of run you through them later. Outreach. Okay, so your outreach numbers are the engine of your agency. It's virtually impossible to scale a profitable SMMA without reaching high volume of outreach. There are many different outreach methods to leverage. Some specific channels work better than others for specific niches / offer. Okay, so outreach is your message sent to your prospect in an attempt of converting to a client. Okay, so some of the basic, most known outreach methods are Instagram, Facebook, cold email, and cold call. Okay, if you master these four, you won't actually need any other way of outreach to get clients, because then you start learning about referrals and inbound leads and stuff like that. So that coupled with this outreach, it's very, very simple to land as much clients as you can. Okay, so like I said, I use preferably Instagram, right? But that's because my service is tailored more to Instagram. If you're running Facebook ads, cold call, possibly cold email, possibly Facebook are going to be a lot more effective. But it just comes down to which niche / offer you're actually targeting. But I'd always suggest getting your hands dirty with every single outreach method, just so you can actually train your virtual assistant on how to fucking outreach, okay? So Instagram outreach. So Instagram outreach is the one I personally hugely leverage in my agency because of how much you can warm up your prospect before they jump on the sales call. Guys, in outreach, all we're trying to do is warm up the prospect as much as possible before they get on the sales call. What does this mean? So a warm prospect is someone that's digested your content, who understands more about you, who's actually on the edge of buying, okay? Because so many people get on sales call with prospects, they haven't warmed up, they haven't pushed their energy in the way of, making them see how great your service can be, and it ends up just being a dead call because they're so cold, okay? If your prospects are cold in the sales call, it's much harder to actually go and then sign that prospect and get paid, right? I like Instagram because you can leverage your profile, you can ask for a VSL. It's very sick, right? So 4 components. Yes, like I said there, for short form content agency owners, Instagram outreach will always be your winner. Always be your winner. Okay. 4 components to mastering IG outreach. If you do all these 4 guys, you'll see how crazy it is booking appointments. Okay. So 1, profile optimization. People always beat graphics. Okay. You will need a strong personal connection with your prospect by outreaching as I don't know why I said you'll build a strong. No, okay. I mean, you'll build a strong personal connection with your prospect by outreaching as a personal brand. I didn't mean to put agency/graphic. Okay, agency/graphic accounts are useless, completely useless. I used to outreach on an agency/graphic account, so your agency, and then you outreach as that. Completely useless. You'll land so many less calls and actual clients by doing that. Okay, huge waste of time. I reckon obviously set up, post some pictures if you want, but don't bother outreaching. Start your personal brand account ASAP. Okay, the biggest reason I'm making more money than you is because I produce content. That's the reason I'm making more money than you. That's the reason why my offer is more attractive. That's the reason why people know more about my agency than they know about your company. No one knows anything about your company because you haven't built a personal brand, okay? You haven't built a personal brand account to outreach on, and it's the most intelligent decision you'll ever make. If you go ahead with that, if you go ahead with optimizing your profile, so I'm talking a nice profile picture, nice post, posting some short form content of yourself, talking about your offer, talking about your expertise. That is the most intelligent decision you'll ever make in your life. Okay, trust me, your fear of getting on camera and producing content is going to cost you 10K per month. Okay, who wants to be in Bali in 2 years, right? You just said yes in your head. Okay, so you must do whatever it takes. Okay, so targeted prospects, right? Define who you're going to target. Which niche are you going to target? Okay, e.g., ad agencies, e-commerce, dentists. So if you're an ad agency, e-commerce, dentists, gyms. If you're a content/branding agency, coaches, consultants /personal brands. Okay, you need to think. Okay, I've got my profile. It's optimized. It's got a nice header, it's got a nice profile picture, it's got a nice content of me and personal branding as me. Who am I going to target? Okay. Offer. Most people fail in SMA because they don't know how to build an offer that is 1, service market fit, and 2, a high return on investment value proposition. Meaning, do people even want your offer? And does it showcase a clear return investment for your clients? Okay. Do you have to really pitch and explain how this is going to grow someone's business, or is it just, is it just seen in itself? Is it easy to see? Is it a clear return on investment for your clients? Okay. Those are the offers that always win better because it's pretty self-explanatory. They can see how this is going to make them more money or increase their social status. Remember what we said earlier. Those 2 are the only things that's going to actually, take your agency to that next level, okay? And then outreach message. Wow. Okay, so your outreach message is hugely important. I actually neglected this a little bit, but as soon as I started building good fucking solid outreach scripts, the conversion rate just 5x, 10x. That was crazy, okay? And I can't lie, boys, some of your outreach messages I've been seeing are just not good enough. It's just unacceptable. The ones I get sent are pretty much a joke. And if this is the first time watching my videos, you'll know that I'm just completely authentic. I'm just going to say how it is, right? And I'm just saying how it is. They're completely a joke. They're too long, too selly, too pushy. You say, do you want to get on a quick call? So many wrong things. Keep it straight to the point. Keep it short. What you do, example/proof of concept. That is the formula. Short, straight to the point. Short, what you do, example, proof of concept. Don't be I saw someone sent me one. It was they went in depth of a paragraph about how it's going to grow their brand. Like, bro, yeah, they semi know, but you're just coming across you're just coming off beggy. Like, and it just ruins the whole outreach message, okay? And I always like to include a proof of concept slash example in my outreach message. I'll never produce an outreach message that doesn't show some sort of proof of concept or example, because that's actually going to spike some interest for them to get on a call. Because at this point, how many times do they get outreach to? Okay? It's crazy, okay? Facebook outreach, okay? Facebook outreach can be very powerful because you can leverage Facebook groups which completely niche down to your ideal prospects. Okay, so for example, if you're targeting coaches slash consultants, you could join a group with just coaches and consultants. Okay, so the components of mastering Facebook outreach is very similar to Instagram outreach. They're very similar in that sense. Okay, but like I said, yeah, with Facebook, it's like you could join groups with like coaches and consultants, TikTok creators, whoever you're targeting, and it's just going to be full of people who are them. Okay, so profile optimization. Exactly the same as Instagram, people always beat graphics, okay? The power your outreach has when you're branded as a human being is unbeatable, okay? Exactly the same as Instagram. People work with people, not graphics. People need to see who you are. They need to build some trust. They need to build some rapport. You need to warm up the prospect before jumping on a call with them, okay? They need to interact with you as a human being. I don't care about your graphic. I don't care about your agency. I don't care about the graphic post that everyone posted. I care about Johnny. I care about you, right? Your appointment setting decreases by 70% when you outreach on accounts like this. I promise you that. Okay, that's the biggest secret. Your booking rate decreases by 70% when you outreach on accounts like the graphic fucking accounts where you don't even know who the person is. Okay, all rapport or trust slash connection with your prospect is lost. Okay, all rapport, all trust with your slash connection you can ever build with your prospect is lost when you don't optimize your profile. Okay. So, targeted prospects on Facebook. You must leverage Facebook groups. They're going to be your biggest winner for booking appointments on Facebook. I don't suggest the typing section, like the search bar for Facebook. I think it's dead. But like leveraging Facebook groups are powerful, okay? So you're able to access an ocean of prospects, and that's usually powerful because they're actually qualified as well, okay? You should be joining at least 3 Facebook groups that are in your niche every single day until you're literally in every single group you could possibly leverage, okay? It's crazy. Like, that there's so many Facebook groups nowadays that it's kind of you can't really run out. But I'd suggest that for kind of numbers, okay? Offer, like I said, exactly the same as Instagram. Have a good fucking offer, right? Have a guarantee. Have a good risk reversal. Present that offer in a good way. Okay? Clear return on investment. Does it improve their social status? Does it improve their revenue? Okay? Outreach message, okay? Your outreach message is hugely important. Like I said again, straight to the point, short, what you do, example slash proof of concept. That if you do that, and if you fire that, and if you do everything I've said, if you profile optimization, if you target the right prospects, if you build a good offer with a guarantee, risk reversal, know how to increase their social status, know how to increase their revenue, and have a good outreach message which is straight to the point, short, what you do, an example slash proof of concept, you will land SMA clients. Like that is it's just absolutely guaranteed. I'm talking very fast because you can tell how easy it could be. Like, guys, it really isn't a struggle. And then cold email, right? So in the SMA community, cold email is perceived as the holy grail for some reason. I really don't know why. I really don't know why. And although it can be a powerful outreach message, you need a lot of volume. Okay, so before sending your mass emails, you're going to have to get your domains and emails in check so you don't get put in spam or just outright deleted. Okay, it can be a pretty annoying process, but at the start, you're going to have to do this, okay? So buying domains, right? Depending on how much volume you're doing, it depends on what you need, okay? So I would recommend purchasing a burner domain and creating emails off the back of that. So the host of the emails make up to 5. This is so if you get banned on your main email, you'll never disappear, and you've got a domain ready to load up that you can like just fire outreach again, right? You can type up domain websites and purchase them for nothing, literally. Like it's incredibly cheap. Like it's crazy. Like buying the domain is your first step. And, you know, it's just nuts how cheap it is, okay? So there's no worries, no upfront cost. 3 components of cold email outreach: warm-up, email automation, and there's another one on the next kind of page. Warm-up, right? So tools like Lemwarm, Snov.io, MailMeter, and so many more have free warming-up softwares. This will help with deliverability, as it will have conversations for you to show up as it's a real email, and, you know, not one created to spam, okay? So to hold back, to not get put in spam, to not get put in the delete box, you'll need to warm up your email. So the first step after watching this whole guide is get your Google domain and start warming it up, okay? It's imperative. Make sure to have it on 14 days before sending emails, okay? Like, this is what you need to set that up as soon as possible, because you need to warm it up, and it's going to take a bit of time, and it's going to, hold back your agency a lot, okay? So keep it on after as well, just to make sure you have the best deliverability, so you reach 100% of your potential leads, okay? So you're not getting put in spam. People aren't missing your emails. Your emails need to be, actually sending to the people you want to send, okay? So now that you've all warmed up your emails and have a strong backbone to send emails with, it's time to start sending in mass while not wasting your time. Okay, so you'll need an automation software, in my opinion, right? So here are some of my favorites. So you've got Lemlist, you've got MailChimp, you've got Gmass, so many more, and there's so many free ones, to be honest. You don't really need to pay for it. I used Lemlist. The reason I say used is because I don't do cold email outreach anymore, but that's because I'm in the short form content niche. So like, it's just pointless with short form, right? But if you're in the Facebook ad niche, like this landed me e-com clients back in the day. I'm going to talk you through how I did that in the next slide, but I used Lemlist for that, but I wouldn't actually suggest using Lemlist because it's a little bit pricey, and I think you can get so many more for cheap. Okay, they're all very simple to use, and just take a 30-minute video on how the full ins and out of the software. Okay, so then in these softwares you can have custom values to send mass personalized email to them. Okay, you can schedule emails, you can schedule follow-ups, you can mass import leads, and you can obviously run really good email campaigns. Okay, so you have all your follow-ups, you have your email schedules, you can import so many leads, and you can personalize custom values to that actual individual prospect, which is just gonna increase your chances of actually landing through cold email. Okay, so writing the best cold email is difficult, and nearly no one has sent me an email that's actually good, let alone mastered. So I feel like it's the most needed lesson to be taught in the SMA community, okay? Everyone's either too long, basic, or selly, okay? That's two things. Like, look at those three things: long, basic, or selly, okay? If it's basic, it's going to be like them literally, like, imagine the prospects, they're going to go into the mind and be like, okay, like, I've seen this a million times before. If it's too long, they won't read it, and if it's too silly, they'll hate you and resent you, and their crocodile brain will be activated, and you just won't want to reply to you, okay? So, your subject line, okay? So, when writing a subject line, all we're trying to do is break the prospect scrolling pattern, okay? So, you need to catch attention. How many emails do you get? A lot, right? So, how many do entrepreneurs and business owners get? More, right? So, you need to stop the scrolling pattern, okay? I'm guessing before watching me, you've watched all the gurus telling you quick question is a good subject line. Oh, man. Your subject line must draw the prospect in and build curiosity so it's strong and it's impossible not to click on. Okay, that's the goal we want to get. Literally impossible not to click on. It just plays in their mind. It fucking pisses them off. And that's the best kind of position to be in. Okay. When I was in the e-commerce niche, I used to frame as a customer. So I used to go, question on X product. Okay, and when you frame as a customer as opposed to a marketing agency, like this gurus will tell you to do, you're 10x more likely to get clicks. Okay, you can always do question, compliments, pain points, and personal subject lines. If you personalize your subject lines, that's like crazy. Like it takes a lot more work, but you'll get way more replies. But yeah, I used to act as a customer. That's what we used to do. So question on X product, or what's the price of this, or so they literally have to reply, right? But not in a way where it's such a betrayal when they do reply and you're like, oh, you're selling something, because, question on next product, you could be like, I want to promote it, right? Like, instead of like, you can't be like, you can't act too much to the customer to a point where you turn around and have revealed you're trying to pitch them something that feels like a backstab, okay? So personalized first lines. Back in my e-commerce days, the only reason I landed clients because I was ruthless with first lines, okay? So, for example, a first line is the first line that can kind of preview before clicking on the email. So, for you little pussy Snapchat boys, when you, like, scroll on Snapchat, when you, like, half swipe, you can kind of see the message. It's kind of like that, okay? So, it's the little message you can preview before, actually before the guy clicks on the message, okay? So, a first line is a first line when it can only be sent to that one person. Okay, if your first line can be sent to more than one person, it's not a first line. Okay, so for example, hey Luke, just watched your video, how to price your short form content offer, really like your advice. That can't be sent to anyone else. Try and send that to David Beck. Try and send that to anyone else. You can't, and that's a good first line. Okay, you can hire someone to do these for you, or you can do them self. But I'd say they increase open rate and reply rate drastically. So, give it a go yourself, okay? And you'll learn how to train people how to do it a lot more efficiently beforehand, okay? So once you've got your subject line, you've got your personalized first line, it's time for the body text, okay? This particular step of cold email outreach is where everyone goes wrong. Everyone watches dumb YouTube videos and goes for the same copy all their competitors are using, which literally is the most counterproductive thing I've ever heard in my entire life. You need to be different. Only you understand your offer best, so you write the copy. Don't try and copy someone. You write the copy, okay? Short always wins. I split tested so much email copy, and it's evident short form, short and straight to the point copy always has the best conversion rate. Okay, that it always will have the best conversion rate. Okay, to build mystery by saying what you do and the X outcome, but not how you do it. That's for the sales call. Okay, so build mystery by saying what you do and the outcome it's going to have, but not how you do it. Okay. So, for example, hey Josh, would you be open to installing a team to distribute 420 pieces of short form content to your social media, bringing in more inbound leads? Perfect, right? You've built mystery, saying a team to distribute 420 pieces of content, and you've said the outcome to bring more inbound leads. You haven't said how you do it. You just said what you do and what it's going to bring. Okay, that's the perfect outreach message. Okay, so if you were literally I would literally do, if that was a cold email for short form content, I'd literally do a nice first line. I'd do that and say, if you're interested, I'm open to answer any questions and booking a call. I literally, that's all I would do. And you might think, oh, that's really short and people haven't been telling me to do that. But I'd maybe add a guarantee at the end, but there you go, right? Sales call, right? So once you've actually done your outreach, you've got people, you've booked the call, okay? It's now time to move on to the sales call, okay? So after enough outreach volume, your prospect will agree to jump on a quick discovery call where you'll pitch your service, okay? To host sales calls for beginners, just use Calendly, okay? Calendly is a really powerful one. It's quite universal. I use Go High Level now, but that's a little bit more expensive. As you're most likely a beginner, I would recommend getting set up on Calendly. Calendly allows you to build a booking page and send out your booking link. Very, very simply, it's free, okay? So, sales script. I went from converting 1 out of 5 meetings to converting 3 out of 5 for building out a strong sales script. Okay? Your sales script must go through the process of building rapport, understanding their current situation, and planting reasons why your service will take their business/personal brand to their desired. Okay, planting reasons, asking questions that reveal the only solution is that, you need to sign up with me right now. Okay? Building out a sales script was something I overlooked at the start. I just thought, okay, I'll just tell them about Martha. But after I built a fucking strong 6 sales scripts, the conversion rate just went up. Okay. Pre-form questionnaire. Okay, so on Calendly you can build out a questionnaire form for your prospect that they must answer before jumping on the call. Okay, so this guy's brings you so much leverage and information when going into the sales call. So for example, if I was to book a call with you, I'd have to answer, what's my current revenue? What's my current monthly revenue? What's my dreams and desires for the future? Okay, so you're actually going to have information on your prospect you can leverage before jumping on the call with them. Okay, so to actually host sales calls, just get Calendly, build your booking form, and really, really focus on building out a sales script and the pre-form questionnaire of whatever you need to know. Obviously, you guys, you'll have a load of different services, so I don't know what, you'll know your service and what questions to ask, okay? Sales presentation, right? After going through your sales script, where you'll have, built rapport, understand current problems, situations, why they booked a call. They'll never book a call for no reason. They're going through some problem, okay? Ask situation, problem, and implication questions. Show why your product/service will take them to the desired situation, ideally proof of concept/case studies. You'll then run through your prospect through your sales presentation, right? This should include who you are, what you do, and why it generates X outcome. Run through the entire process. Okay, so visualize the objections they may have and answer them within the descriptive presentation. So the best way to build a presentation is to literally list out all the objections they may have, all the concerns they may have, and answer them within the sales presentation. That's the best way, and it's the best module to go off building a sales presentation. Okay, obviously case studies preferably. That's always going to help. Some sort of guarantee/risk reversal, and you can literally create this presentation using Google Slides. Okay, so very similar to this, and then you'll share your screen and you'll run them through the presentation. So who I am, what's my company, what I do, how it generates the outcome. Make sure that you're building the slides on the objections that they may have. Preferably some case studies, but I understand if you don't have at the moment, and then some sort of guarantee / risk reversal, and don't put the price in the presentation. So don't put a section price. You'll need to say that out loud, okay? And when you do say that out loud, just stay dead silent, and that, you know, they'll say let's do it, or they'll say, you know, no. But you know, it's all a learning curve, okay? So example images. This is a presentation slide from our editor offer, so installing a high, quality short form content editor. So the best quality, I don't need to, but that's just the what it looks like. So you just have an idea of something that I've used. Okay, I just want to give as much value in this presentation as possible. So that's an example image, right? Sales calls payment. So how are you actually going to get paid, right? Very, very simple, no stress. A client should always and will always pay on the call. Your client should never, ever not pay on the call. That's the reason for the sales call. If they say, oh, well, I'll pay in a couple of days, be like, oh, this isn't moving forward then, right? Never, ever move on to the next stage of your fulfillment process until your client has paid the invoice, okay? Until your client's paid the invoice, they ain't signed. Okay, don't get giddy when they book a call. Don't get excited. I mean, obviously get excited. It's quite exciting, right? But they're very, very far from signing on. Trust me. Okay. So sending invoices, right? You need to set up a Stripe account for your business. Stripe will be your primary payment processor. After agreeing the price of your service, you'll simply send your client an invoice through Stripe. I recommend having the invoice, tab set up just to be quick and ready. If some of you guys don't have Stripe, it's not available in your country, you can always use PayPal, you can always use Wise Transfer, but if you can preferably get Stripe, then I would heavily suggest getting Stripe. Okay, that's going to be your payment processor. To send an invoice is very, very simple. It's like literally a 5-minute video, and it just goes over like obviously how to actually send the Stripe email. Stripe invoice will literally just take their email, then you'll put the price in, and it'll be very simple, okay? But always just download Stripe, and that's how you're going to get paid, okay? But it should always be on the sales call. So after they agree the price, be like, okay, what email should I send the invoice to? Bang, they send the invoice, and they get paid, okay? Onboarding, okay? So when you've signed your first SMA client, right, or any SMA client, it's time to onboard them into your team, okay? So what is an onboarding process? An onboarding process is your workflow your client will be processed through upon being onboarded into your team, okay? So your onboarding form will collect information such as their dream customer avatar for their business, a Google Drive folder containing all the logos, photos, and videos you may need to actually provide your service, branding preferences, so, colors or images, or what's their brand, right? Ad account ID, so if that's Facebook ads, so anything you need to actually run the Facebook ads, you'll need in the onboarding process, in the onboarding form, and then any additional information, okay, that you need. I don't know your service, but if it's TikTok UGC, then it's maybe the TikTok login, or whatever it is, right? Whatever you need to fulfill the service, okay? I suggest always asking more than you need. Okay, because the worst thing would be going back and be like, oh, can you send me this password or whatever, when it should have been done in the first place, okay? As a beginner, you can build out this form using Google Forms. After I use Go High Level now, but, for the beginner, it's fine, just use Google Forms. After the client has successfully paid your invoice, you will simply send them your Google Form sheet. Your onboarding process may contain steps best explained in video format. If so, you can build out a YouTube unlisted playlist or simply send pre-existing Loom videos. So, for example, if you want to make it more clear, if you're running Facebook ads and you need to get in the ad ID, you could, but they don't really know how to do it or give them access. You just do a video, just sharing the screen, going over it, and that might be more effective. Okay. And then communication, right? So client communication is extremely important and a lot less complicated than these gurus make out. Okay, a simple WhatsApp group will do, and is what I use to communicate with my clients. Okay, like, it's so overdone. It's so, like, these gurus, I don't know why they're doing it. So it's like, it seems so complicated. Maybe so you jump in their course, but like, just a simple WhatsApp group, guys, or Telegram. Okay, I use Slack to communicate with my team members only. So my Slack is just team members. Okay, I heard a guru say, oh yeah, when your clients text you, leave them waiting. Like, it builds more professionalism. If they text you, don't respond immediately. What is that? What? What? Bruv, if you ever run an agency, right? So always reply to your clients ASAP. Fix the problems quick and fast and everyone's happy. As soon as your client has a problem or something's gone wrong or they want you to redo something, bang, done. 1 second is done. Yeah, sorry about that. And then you'll go and fix it, okay? I really, really hope you're not watching these guys, because if you were to take that advice, you'd literally lose clients. Like, the reason why my clients stay on, the reason they always say you're such a good agency to work with, is because we're so quick. Like, if they have a problem, if something needs to get done, there's a reason why they're texting you, why they've found time to text you. It's because in that moment they have time, okay? Like, I don't get these people who say that. Like, it's really, really dumb. Okay, so service delivery. So you've onboarded your client, you've built the Google form, you've got everything you need, you've taken the payments, you've learned pretty much everything. How can you now deliver the service? Okay, so your fulfillment process behind the service, you have agreed with your client, e.g. Facebook ad agency delivers the Facebook ads, short form content agency delivers short form content. I used to believe outreach was the most important part of running a successful SMMA. I now fully believe in my heart it's your service delivery. Okay, I added 2.4k monthly recurring revenue in 2 days. It was crazy. Okay, why? Because I have a 10 out of 10 service delivery. I think personally, service delivery is the most important. Like, the ways that you do this is hire specialists. Okay, so the secret to mastering service delivery is to hire specialists. When starting SMA, bare people make the mistake of trying to learn their service. So like, they try and learn Facebook ads. They think that they need to learn themselves. Like, guys, why do you think you hire? Okay, like, do you want to be a media buyer or do you want to be an agency owner? Okay, I never edited a short in my life. I train and hire the best in the game. Okay, like, I've never edited a short in my life. I just hire the best in the game. Okay, your service delivery reputation is everything to your company. Okay, when people talk about your service, it needs to be positive. Only return investment feedback. Right, referrals, word of mouth goes a long more way than you think. Okay, this is a major secret to scaling your agency: referrals and positive word of mouth. When you compound your results, testimonials, and happy clients, it's very difficult not to add 2 to 5k in referrals and word of mouth alone. We literally run off now IG outbound prospecting, referrals, and inbound leads. Like, it's crazy. Like, once you actually build out these systems, it's just crazy. Okay. So, client communication, the relationship you build with them, is also a major factor in your service delivery process. Okay, so don't think that service delivery is just you getting the results. If you don't have great communication, if you haven't built a good relationship, if you don't fix problems and make them feel great about being in your service and being in your company, then that, you haven't delivered a good service, right? So hire specialists in your position. To hire specialists, I've gone through many videos: how to hire contractors, how to train them up, how to build hiring systems. I'm also going through later in this video hiring system, how to actually build it out, etc. So that's all cool. Like I said here, right? So bonus, okay? So at this point, by the way, if you've watched up to this point in the video, you are a G, and like, you will do very, very well in SMMA. Obviously, it's going to be hard. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be really difficult. It's going to take a lot of hard work, but that's all right. That's why we're all here, okay? So bonus 3 modules, just because I'm a bit of a G. Scaling SMMA, 2 key methods to scaling your social media marketing agency. Right, hiring systems, how to hire skilled team members, and then sales assets, and then we'll wrap it up and we're done. Okay, a little bit more to go, guys. Just 3 more headings for your notepad, and we're all good. Okay, scaling SMMA. Okay, implementing. I've actually done 3 methods. Okay, implement these 3 methods into your agency will be the game changer to scaling your agency. Okay, these are the details that go under the radar and not heavily talked about by the gurus to scale your agency. Okay, these go so under the radar. 1, personal brand, right? To grow a crazy profitable business, you must build systems which generate you inbound leads. I said earlier how one of our main acquisition processes now are just inbound leads. That is crazy, right? I can't explain how much monthly recurring revenue has been added to my business from my personal brand. It's insane, okay? It's imperative you're selling yourself. One of my clients jumped on the call. The sales call was like, I know you. You're Lou Jackson. I know you. That's crazy, right? Like, think of how warm he was. All I need to say was the price he was going to buy. Most of the time, and that's a short form client. I don't sell any like kind of coaching or anything, right? That was a short form content client. Most of the time, because most of the time, your competitors will have exactly the same offer as you, So you need a different incentive factor to gravitate the prospect towards your offer instead. There's going to be, imagine there's there's a John and Jack next to each other. Whoever has the personal brand wins. Like there's nothing else. Whoever has that personal brand will win. Okay. 2, referrals, right? Referrals have been a game changer for my agency. It's extremely powerful. The way to master referrals is to build a 10 out of 10 service delivery and customer satisfaction process. Okay, so make sure you're getting them results. You're increasing their social status. You're increasing their revenue, but also making them feel really good being in your offer and being in your service, and actually building a great communication with them, right? Referrals require zero outreach, and the client is already an incredibly warm prospect as their network has recommended your service to them. Okay, so for someone to actually recommend you, like in their network, it means that they trust you completely. It means that they're ready to not be embarrassed if you do bad because they don't think you're going to do bad. Okay, so the referral is so easy for them to just sign up with you straight away. Okay, and then refining outreach. Okay, after a few weeks of running your outbound prospecting campaigns for your offer, you'll collect data. Okay, you can use this data to figure out which outreach message / prospect avatar is getting the higher reply rate for your offer. Okay, for example, a straight to the point outreach message targeting coaches and consultants might have a 1 out of 80 reply rate, opposed to an in-depth outreach message to TikTok creators that has like 1 out of 200. Okay, so you can start collecting data and actually refining and changing your outreach approach due to the data that you've previously collected. Super smart, right? Literally, if you haven't wrote that down, like refining data, so running outbound prospecting for a couple weeks. Outbound prospecting is just outreach, and then seeing what works, seeing which reply rate works, opposed to what message, into which kind of niche of prospects, and then you'll collect data, and then you can use that data to change your outreach. Okay, or change it to a point where you're just targeting that, right? Hiring systems, okay? So the hiring team members is a vital stage of scaling your agency. You'll need special forces, okay? Making sure I hired the best fulfillment specialists in the game was a huge game changer for my agency because then you introduce, referrals, etc., right? But most people go wrong when hiring team members. They go on Upwork and hire the first person they see. It's crazy. I don't get it, okay? You must build out hiring systems, okay? This way you can ensure a contractor's quality of delivery before, as an agency, are not wasting your time getting on a call with them, asking some bullshit questions, and then they're bad, right? So I'll show you an example of a hiring system that I use. So you can actually see me now. Right, so this is a hiring system that I use in my agency. So this is for appointment setters. So you do the job post on Upwork, whatever kind of platforms you're leveraging, and then you'd actually build out a hiring system. So check this out, okay? So start here. Okay, welcome to the Multiplier. It's appointment setting training. Need help or support? You must go through every document in order to watch and share every video we share. If training's successful, you're going to complete final onboarding onto the team. We're an agency who likes to work closely with our employees and reward you when good work is completed. It's very important you understand which prospects to target and how to message them. You say the contract. If you're unable to attend these hours or unsatisfied with payment, unsubscribe to this document. Okay. Like next, go to qualified lead. So they'll go to qualified lead. They'll understand, which leads to be qualifying. So you should be qualifying prospects only through these requirements. Okay, so you're actually building out and seeing, can they be good for my agency before I'm getting on a call with them, fucking wasting time. Okay, so for example, we put here active on social media, this many followers, niches, only English speaking countries. Watch video, which is just will be a Loom training video on which prospects are actually good. So outreach tracking is just me going through some example of good leads. Once found qualified lead, what to do, and then test trial. Right, so we're actually testing these contractors out. Okay, so this is the instructions: create on Google Sheet with Facebook / Instagram URL. Find 5 leads in each niche. For example, real estate, finance, marketer, crypto, etc. Once completed, do this. And then we can see their quality, and then we can bother getting on a call, then we can bother doing all these things because we've seen their quality, right? I'll just do this, right? So sales assets, okay? To become a top 1% entrepreneur in 2023, you must become a professional producer. Produce. Okay, there's so much content around my company, it's insane. Okay, so you go on my funnel. The first thing you see is links to the founders, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Sales assets, right? They're seeing that I'm growing a personal brand myself. They can check out my Instagram, check out my YouTube, check out my TikTok, right? Resources. We literally got a resources page on our website that just goes over importance of personal brand, short form content mastery, prestige editing system. So they can actually see our personality, see how passionate we are about this service, and see how good we are, right? And actually understand us and hear our voices, see our faces, right? If the first time your prospect sees your face is jumping on the sales call, like, you're probably not going to sign. Like, they're too cold, right? It's very hard to do. And then my Instagram, it just has so much short form content, right? Just so much short form content. This way, it's like it's just hard not to be a very warm prospect when you've digested all of this content. Look at it, right? How are you not going to book a call? Right? This is a different offer to someone just saying, hey, I do short form. This is a guy who's doing it himself. This is a guy who I trust. This is a guy who I like, okay? There's so much content around my company. It's very, very simple. All right, okay. Well, okay, let's go through it, okay? It's very simple to book appointments, okay? Okay, boys, take action, okay? You've watched the end of this presentation. I hope you've learned a lot about SMA. I hope I've provided a lot of value. I think I have anyway, but you've tried drop shipping, okay? You've tried crypto for some reason when you don't even have any money. It literally makes 0 sense. You've tried flipping shoes. It's time to start a real business. Okay, it's time to actually take this seriously. It's time to start a real business. Guys, look how much you've learned. Okay, look how much you're going to learn. You're going to learn how to build a good niche, lead sourcing / prospecting, outreach, Instagram outreach, Facebook outreach, cold email, right? How to actually host sales calls, your sales presentation, right? How to take payments, onboarding, right? When you actually do this, you're going to learn so much about entrepreneurship, and it's crazy how much you're going to level up as an individual and make a lot of money, okay? It's very, very difficult to not make a lot of money when you actually just follow these steps, okay? So having a good service delivery. Remember, I literally added 2.4K in referrals in 2 days. That is crazy, okay? So that comes into the factor of, like, you really need to prioritize service delivery, okay? Right? Scaling your SMA. If you build a personal brand, if you actually have, a good referral system, if you collect your data and refine outreach, it's impossible, right? It's impossible not to scale your agency, okay? Building out hiring systems, producing sales assets. I want to see, after this video, please comment, like, I'm building out my sales assets. Like, I want to see your Instagram. I want to see an optimized profile. I want to see on your funnel that you have content of you. I want you to show you, because you are your biggest asset, okay? You're the person that's going to actually scale this and, make this something that's going to change you and your family's life, okay? Like I said, to be a top 1% entrepreneur in 2023, you must become a producer. Just produce all the time, right? There's nothing to do. Put an Instagram story up. Put a tweet. You need to get attention on your company, okay? And like I said, thank you for watching. That is the whole entire presentation of how to actually go and start your social media marketing agency in 2023. Guys, I just want to say, obviously, you're at the end of this video now. I'll come out of here so you can actually see my face. Like, this business model was the one that changed my life. Like, seriously, like, if you do this right, if you don't quit, because there'll be a lot of people watch that video that quit. There's a lot of people that didn't watch the end of the video, right? So they're behind you from the start. Like, this was the one that actually, I wanted to make money online so badly. This is the one that actually made it possible. Okay, so if you are really, you've got this, like, dying, like, passion to wake up and just go hard at something, you don't want to live the 9 to 5. I'd always suggest SMA because it was the one for me. So I can only talk from my experience, and in my experience, it was the one that really scaled me. Okay, so thank you for watching. This is going to be the end of the video. Match your potential. Let's get 9 to 5. I'll see you next one.